What's up, everyone? I'm C.L. Connolly, and I have a little bone to pick with Hollywood. Could y'all please read some indie books? Look, I have seen so many remakes of movies. Yeah, movies that were done back in the day. But now they're starting to remake movies that came out in the 2010s. Why do you need a remake? What for? We used to do movies like the Halloween franchise. They just kept adding to it. All right, it wasn't a remake. It was a sequel. It turned into a franchise. They did the same thing with, Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger. They did, the same thing with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They're not remaking them. They're doing a sequel. Now, yes, the Rob Zombie ones with, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween, blah, 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 whatever. But they are technically sequels, not really a remake. It was just their spin on a story, so it was kind of different. Not really kind of. It was different. But here's my problem. So I hear recently that they're going to do like a remake of The Strangers. Okay, I'm sorry, but when The Strangers, that has a movie, I'm sorry. I'm so befuddled by this. So when a movie has two actors that are literally only 10 years older than what they were in the movie, no. I mean, it may be more, possibly, might be more than 10 years, but I'm pretty sure it's somewhere around like 10 years. It's all it is. The movie is still fine. They're doing a remake of The Strangers? Like, what? I know that they've done remakes of When a Stranger Calls, like, is a remake. I Spit on Your Grave is a remake. We have both the original and the new one. Now, of course, the remakes for me all only come in as like the, horror movies. That's just my thing. But here's the deal. You could read indie books and get your ideas from there. Approach the author and be like, hey, we want to turn your shit into a movie. Be like, great. Because 95% of us would most likely be like, sure, let's get a great contract out there. Because no, I'm not going to let you just buy my movie rights and hand me one check and then go, now we own it. Because it's not going to work out that way for me. But here's the deal. If you would read indie books, you would probably get some really original ideas. And the reason why I say that is due to the fact that mainstream publishers, the traditional publishers, they want something that's on trend. That means that their ideas are no longer original. It's just a retelling of the same type of story over and over and over again. Like when vampires were a trend, that's basically what you're getting. You're getting somebody else's rendition of what a vampire is. When werewolves are on trend, you're getting somebody else's rendition of what a werewolf is. That's all I'm saying. With indie authors, we basically get to tell you whatever friggin' story we want to, and you don't even realize how original a lot of these stories are. Killer Suburbia. I've had so many people were like, wow, that's like a real original idea. Of course it is, because nobody's ever done that. Not that I've seen. Just saying. I will say, though, that Friendly Misfortunes could be considered as a reiteration of what is that one? The Wax House? House of Wax? In a way. Like, they're not made of wax. Like, they're legit taxidermied. They do have the one movie, I don't really remember what it's called. This guy, oh my God, his name was like right there. And then all of a sudden it went away. Anyway, he like kills women and like scalps them and stuff like that. And then takes their head, hair, scalp, whatever, and puts it on a mannequin and then imagines they're there. He doesn't turn the women into mannequins. They are actually mannequins and he just takes a piece of them and puts them on the mannequin. That's a crazy guy. So there's that. But, you know, Friendly Misfortunes, he taxidermies his victims. Like, legit cuts them open, opens them up, does the whole taxidermy thing like the regular people all do. Yeah, that's exactly what he does. He sews them all up, puts clothes back on them, rubs them down with the formaldehyde mixture, embalming. That's the word I'm looking for. The embalming mixture that he has to continuously keep rubbing the skin down because it does give it that grayish, leathery, just gross, decomposed look anyway. No matter how much you embalm, they will eventually mummify. So there's that. But if Hollywood would read books written by indie authors, I am willing to guarantee that there would be original movies out there. I'm just saying. There are so many great indie authors out there that do not get recognition in this way because it's not on trend. When, hello, who the fuck wants to be on trend 90% of the time? Except for if you're doing TikToks, apparently. There's way too many people on TikTok that are all like, let's go with this trend. How about you be original? Just saying. But here's my thing. If Hollywood just wants to keep remaking the same bullshit that has been out there, eventually they're going to start losing money because people are no longer going to want to see the swill that they're trying to shill out and shove down people's throats that they've already seen 100 fucking times. Let me put it this way. I have not seen the newest Freddy Krueger movie. The one that has someone else play Freddy Krueger that is not Robert Englund. I have not seen that movie. And I don't plan on seeing that movie. I don't want to see that movie. And the main reason for that is because Robert Englund is Freddy Krueger. The end. That's it. That's how that works. And they shouldn't have continued. They should not have continued on with making that. And I believe the same thing is true for Friday the 13th. I think it's a dead franchise. You know, it was great while it lasted. Everything's good. Awesome. You got Halloween Ends. It's over. It's done with. Great. It was an awesome franchise. We're perfect. Leave it alone. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There is a lot that could go on with that one. Like the newest, or no, I don't even think it's the newest one. I'm not even sure what order the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies go in. I put them in order by like the year that is in the movie. So like you've got Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, which is supposed to be like their very first. So it's kind of arranged in that way. Yeah. So anyway, but the one that has, I think her last name is Daddario or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember what her first name is, but she is hot. And this real thin girl, and she like inherits the house and she finds him and now she's taking care of him. That Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that one there, I think you could probably spin off from there is all I'm saying. So that one you probably do more. But my thing, come on, just start with something new. I have two. I have two series that we could do something with. I don't know. Maybe we could do a franchise in it. I have no idea. Just saying. I've got, a couple of good ones. I've got a whole list of, several more. I just recently plotted out a 10-book series that will not start coming out until, well, within the next 10, it'll be 10 years before I start putting anything out on that. I'm just plotting it right now. But I mean, here's the deal. I can do whatever the hell I want to do because I can publish whatever I want. It doesn't have to go with whatever the editor believes is on trend at the moment. I don't care what's on trend. I don't care what you seem to think people are reading. Eventually, when someone finds my book and is all like, oh my God, it's amazing, and then it gets everywhere, then it'll be on trend. How about that? Suck it, Hollywood. Read indie authors. Find indie authors. Just do something else besides remaking the same shit that has been out there. Yes, there are cult fans, and there's just classics that just, yep, that's my whole thing. There are classics that are out there that no matter what, people will pick up and they will watch. And oh my gosh, I want to see that, blah, blah, blah. Well, let me tell you something. I have not seen the newest Mean Girls movie. It's a remake, and I've heard it's mostly a musical. Why? Sorry. I don't care. Yeah, I have Mean Girls 1 and 2. Second one, basically only get watched whenever we're sitting there going, what the hell do you want to watch? And it's like, I don't know. Oh, look, there's 2 movies. Do we actually pay attention to the movies, though? Probably not. We're probably both sitting on our phones, and it's just background noise. But the thing is, though, is that my husband doesn't really care for musicals, so when I watch The Sound of Music, just because I want to, he's not home. There's a movie that's never been remade. The Sound of Music. How about that? Or not that I know of, anyway. I don't know. Not that I gave a shit. I prefer Julie Andrews anyways. There's that. But here's the deal. If Hollywood would seek out indie authors and start giving them contracts to, turn their books into movies, because if you ever look, a lot of the movies and TV shows, a lot of the times, derived from a book. It was originally a book. So if you look at it, like right now I'm watching Lucifer. As a matter of fact, that was derived from a comic book that Neil Gaiman wrote with some people. So look, I get so flustered when someone tells me that, oh, they're remaking this movie. Bitch, it's not even that old. What are they remaking? It's like, normally a remake is because back when the movie was made, there wasn't a whole lot of, special effects and shit like that. So you can see the string hanging when the UFO goes by and then, that Alfred Hitchcock movies, I'm just saying. They remake it because the special effects have evolved and made it better. But The Strangers isn't even a special effects movie. Like, what are you talking about? I get so flustered on this because they feel like, Hollywood feels like, we're just gonna, recycle old material. There is new shit out there. There are people out there waiting to be discovered. Hey, Hollywood, how about you do your actual job and do research to find some good shit? I'm not even just talking about me. I know several authors out there that get on TikTok, for crying out fucking loud, and see if you couldn't find something from there. I mean, Cocaine Bear has to have been some kind of silly shit. I mean, I get it. It was based on some true thing that actually happened, but the bear was not the part of it. The part that was true was the 2 guys in the airplane that had the drugs. That was the true part. The bear, on the other hand, was not. Or the bear wasn't part of it. But the thing is, though, is that it made it, I don't know, Cocaine Bear was actually a pretty good movie, not gonna lie. But my thing is, though, is that sometimes I feel like Hollywood is getting so lazy that they just prefer to we're just going to stick with these people and that's it. So let's recycle what we've already got. We know it works. Apparently, just because it was a hit back then doesn't mean that it's going to be a hit again with the newer generations. If that makes sense. What they need to do is they need to find new material. That's just how that works. They need to find new material, which means going out there and finding the people who are not, tied down to a traditional publisher. And I'm not saying you can't find, a traditional published book. That's fine. But most of them, I feel like sometimes are just reiterations of something that's already out there. Okay, first of all, look, I'm reading the Dexter series. And yes, this is book 2. I have not started it. I've only read book 1 so far. I just recently finished the second book in my holiday collection, so I will start reading that book this week. But here's the thing. If Hollywood would, and they obviously have picked up things and thought this would make a good TV show. And it did. It was perfect. Now, the books are very different, and I am very confused sometimes because I have seen the TV show 100 times. Sometimes I watch it randomly. I'll just put it on the TV and it's just there. Now, the books, on the other hand, I have not read yet. So I read the first one and I was like, I'm sorry, what happened now? So I am a little confused because it's not the same as the TV show. But you know what? I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt because these books are amazing and I'm actually having a great time reading them. So there's that. Here, if Hollywood, I don't care who the hell you are, they should have like headhunters or something, right? Don't they have like somebody who goes out there and finds some new material? And like, oh my gosh, you have to see Aragon. Is that what it's called? Aragon with the dragon thingy? You know, the first book got made into a movie and I don't know what happened to the rest of it. This kid was selling books at a college campus and the right person got a hold of it and he got a movie. There you go. Aragon. He published that book by himself. The same thing with Twilight. Twilight was originally a self-published series. And I believe Harry Potter was too, but I'm not sure on that one. I believe Harry Potter was. But that's my thing though, is that you get these self-published authors, you take their books, turn them into movies, get their name out there, help somebody else out. Stop trying to help yourself with money. Because I'm willing to guarantee that there are some great books out there by indie authors. And I'm not just saying because my books are awesome, but I'm biased. So read this or write the story you want to read. And I have repeatedly. So anyway, that's all I have to say. Screw this shit. Hollywood, find indie authors and read their books. Stop recycling the same shit over and over and over again. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you want. If you don't, I don't give a shit. Do whatever the fuck you want. I put out new videos every Monday and Thursday, and I randomly just sit here and complain, rant, or just talk about my books. I've actually done a reading recently of my Disciples Doctrine, so go ahead and watch that one. But anyway, that's all I have for you. Okay, bye!